Hello, I'm Professor Ioannis Liritzis, Dean of Class 3 Natural Sciences of the European Academy of Science and Arts in Salzburg, Austria. Before starting briefly, I will introduce the subject. The European Academy of Science and Arts formed an expert groups and developed policy papers on some specific topics on interdisciplinary fields of current interest. Our academy concentrates on the expertise of its members in the research on intelligent systems and machine learning, in new instrumentation and research questions which tie with innovation, but finally, education as a contribution of our academy to academia and the society. This video talk today is one of several to follow and concerns the trio of education, research, innovation, ERI, their interrelationship and benefit to the society. Professor Andrew Balas is a member of European Academy of Science and Arts from Class 2 Medicine. He has special expertise in the study of the research enterprise and the ways to landmark scientific discoveries. Today, aim is on the promotion of innovation by strengthening the partnership between humanities and STEM sciences, STEM for science, technology, engineering, mathematics. So let us start, Professor Balas. My first question, Professor Balas, why should we care about the partnership between humanities and STEM sciences in promoting innovation and sustainable development?
Thank you, Professor Ioannis. This is an important question, and there are many scientific achievements. We enjoy them, we appreciate them, we benefit from them, but there is also a crisis of innovation and sustainability. Some people say and they highlight that train, cars, planes, antibiotics, later the internet were invented, introduced after in a rapid sequence. And today, somehow the technical progress seems to slowing down. And some people are even, they ironically point out that we just got 280 characters to send brief messages to each other, but we are unable to solve major problems like global warming. So there is a need to do things differently. And one of the ways to do things differently is certainly a better collaboration between humanities and STEM sciences.
Yeah, thank you. Let's go to another question, actually. What are the synergies among the trio of education, research, and innovation, and what could be the societal impact?
Yes, obviously, these are three major driving concepts of societal change. So the engineered systems, they have to be successful in a human environment. So we cannot be just focused on the technology and on the machine part. We have to deal with the human interaction. And obviously, teamwork must be good to make the flight safe, to make driving cars safe, and so forth. So we need systems that respond to societal needs and also ready to interact with people. So people can have appropriate input in the design of these new systems. Obviously, we remember what Steve Jobs said, that people don't know what they want, and it has to be developed first. And that might be true, especially when very imaginative people lead technical change. But sooner or later, that needs to be presented to people, and their judgment will decide the future of technology and the usefulness of technology. Now, art, by definition, is about creation. So that has a major message on its own, how to design new things, how to innovate, how to change something. And many technology professionals believe that in thinking about the creators and of guidelines and culture, we need to really learn from art. So there is another opportunity, another reason to improve the collaboration between technology professions, STEM professions, and humanities. But of course, education. Education is where we are preparing for a new, creative, and innovative world. And obviously, we need to promote, we need to support education because basic research is frequently very creative, has to be very creative. In the beginning, we don't know how the end will look like. And I think that the education system has to prepare students for this innovative future.
Yeah, correct. Another question is that in what ways you think that can humanities benefit STEM and how STEM benefit humanities?
That is a very well formulated question, and I really appreciate it because this is a two-way street. It's not a one-way street. Humanities obviously can open the door for technical success. For research, the number one skill that a good researcher really needs is the motivation, the understanding that research serves humanity. And it is very important that we have this motivation during hard days of failure. And research is always paved with some successes and some failures. So we have to be cognizant of that. But it's very important that humanities can highlight problems way before STEM researchers or specialists actually notice them. So we can learn from that and they can inspire us. I mean, personally, I was very inspired by Jules Verne as Verne's novels and his technical wonders in his books, and I'm sure that there are many other people will highlight many other literary works that have a major influence on their creativity and on their research. Now, on the other hand, STEM can also offer tools for humanities. And it's not just simpler technologies or say straightforward technologies like carbon dating for archaeology, but also the concept of sample-based studies and also many other ways to unleash imagination. I certainly want to highlight the significance of sample-based studies that has a major opportunity and promises a lot for the advancement of humanities in many areas, including history and other fields.
Yeah, correct. If I bring into this discussion, the degree of risks. What are the risks for developing technologies with a disregard to humanities? Can you give us some examples, please?
Yeah, I mean, this is a relationship that is important for our future, for productivity in humanities and in the STEM sciences as well. But if it is ignored, there are really significant dangers that emerge. And we all know that the Nazism and fascism had many STEM supporters who were masters of the technology, but they had no clue of the societal consequences of their scientific theories and assumptions, and in some cases studies, and especially the vulnerability for distortion and misuse. So that's certainly an important sign of the dangers. But there are many others, like the energy industry has been very successful in manipulating public opinions. The tobacco companies showed their power. The politically misguided campaign about genetically modified organisms, they also showed that when there is a disconnect between humanities and the STEM sciences, that a lot of harm can come from these disconnects.
Yeah. And regarding our educational systems, how necessary is the interface of humanities with natural sciences?
And also in all of this in our educational system. And I think that the educational system is in many ways is the place where the rubber hits the road. So we need to educate the new generation in a more collaborative perception of science. As my high school years actually were wonderful. I could be a member of the cybernetics or computer club, and I could be a member of the history club. And nobody told me that, yeah, you are already in the computer club. What do you want in history? No, you can be open to various disciplines. And I think it is this openness and this ability to interaction is really something that is missing in many scientific communications. By the way, there are some advocates, as MIT, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, has been very active in promoting the convergence of sciences with a recognition that multiple specialties need to come together, and even new buildings that are erected on university campuses put more emphasis on places of interaction where people from different laboratories and specialties can come together. So we need to bring back the respect and support for well-rounded education, and we need to end the crisis of appreciation for teachers and schools and for the comprehensiveness of sciences.
Thank you for the conversation, dear Adrio. Along these lines, our European Academy Expert Group believes, as you know, that we must develop a new didactic model to focus on the following learning dynamics: the utilization of new technologies in higher education, the need for continuing education and lifelong learning, the active participation of students and self-learning process, the development of interdisciplinarity in the three categories of natural sciences, arts and humanities, and the life sciences, and the modeling of the transdisciplinary with examples. Thank you very much for your attention.